A 12-year-old just posted photos covered in tattoos and piercings, and the internet is absolutely losing it. But here's the twist. Her mum is one of the most famous women on the planet, and she's not apologizing for any of it. In fact, she's doubling down. This isn't just another celebrity kid controversy. This is about something way bigger, and what's happening behind the scenes might surprise you. Over the weekend, North West dropped a series of TikTok videos that immediately sent shockwaves through social media. The posts showed her rocking what appeared to be multiple facial tattoos, a septum piercing, black grills, and her now signature electric blue hair. But before anyone could hit the panic button, North made something crystal clear in her caption: "Fake piercings and fake tats for life." Everything was temporary. None of it was real. And yet, that didn't stop the outrage machine from going into overdrive. The videos featured North and two of her friends, all sporting the faux ink and piercings, creating an edgy aesthetic that looked straight out of a music video. Days later, she posted another set of photos from what appeared to be a concert, wearing fluorescent blue braids, a black graphic tee, chunky silver necklaces, blue eye contacts, and more temporary tattoos. Her friends matched the energy with pink and neon green braids, creating a Powerpuff Girls-inspired look that was undeniably bold. For most 12-year-olds, this would have been a fun weekend of playing dress-up, but when your last name is West and your mum is Kim Kardashian, nothing stays private for long. The backlash was immediate and brutal. Comments flooded in from every corner of the internet, with thousands of people questioning Kim's parenting choices. Critics argued that North was being allowed to grow up too fast, that the looks were inappropriate for her age, and that Kim wasn't setting proper boundaries. This wasn't the first time North's style choices had sparked controversy. Back in August, she wore a strapless black corset and mini skirt during a trip to Rome with her mum. And the internet had a complete meltdown. Before that, in 2022, she attended Paris Haute Couture Fashion Week wearing a nose ring chain with a pinstripe vest and skirt ensemble, once again dividing public opinion. The pattern was clear. Every time North experimented with fashion, the world had something to say about it. And this time, the criticism reached a fever pitch. But Kim Kardashian wasn't staying silent. Just days before North's latest TikTok posts went viral, Kim sat down with Alex Cooper on the Call Her Daddy podcast and addressed the ongoing scrutiny surrounding her daughter's style. Her message was direct and unapologetic. "I'm like, babe, if you want blue hair, it is what it is. It makes her so happy. I would never take that creativity away from her," Kim explained. She went on to reveal something that might shock critics even more. North doesn't care what anyone thinks. She'll be like, "Mom, I saw this, and I don't really care if someone says they don't like my blue hair or this or that." And she's really confident and is like, "I probably wouldn't be hanging out with those people." Kim also admitted that mistakes have been made, acknowledging that some fashion choices were regretted after the fact. But she made one thing perfectly clear: she's doing the best she can, and she's asking the public for a little bit of grace. Her defense wasn't just about protecting North. It was about defending her right to creative expression, but not everyone in North's family seems to be on the same page. According to sources close to the situation, Kanye West has expressed concerns about his daughter's public image. When North wore that controversial corset outfit in Italy, insiders claimed Kanye thought she was way too young to be parading around like this. The tension between Kim and Kanye over parenting decisions isn't new, but it adds another layer to this story. Co-parenting is hard enough without the entire world watching and judging every move. When divorced parents have different philosophies about what's appropriate, those disagreements play out in real time, under the harshest spotlight imaginable. And while Kim advocates for creative freedom, it's clear that Kanye has reservations about how much freedom is too much. This divide isn't just about clothes or hair color, it's about control, identity, and who gets to decide how North presents herself to the world. But there's something even more disturbing happening beneath the surface of this controversy. Experts who spoke to USA Today pointed out a troubling pattern that goes far beyond one girl's fashion choices. Melvin Williams, an associate professor of communication and media studies, explained that the public often denies celebrity children their childhood innocence and subjects them to a sexualized gaze. He went further, highlighting the racial element at play. Black girls are often sexualized and stereotyped on the basis of fashion choices, a factor that makes Northwest's critics empowered to label her as inappropriate or too grown for simply adorning herself as an aspiring fashion designer. Let that sink in for a moment. North isn't doing anything that countless other kids her age aren't doing. She's experimenting with temporary tattoos and fake piercings, things that wash off and come out. Yet she's facing a level of scrutiny that other celebrity children simply don't experience. Another expert, Dr. Lauren Downing-Peters, made a fascinating observation. What honestly strikes me most is not actually North's clothing choice, but the intense media scrutiny around it. The commentary reveals our collective tendency to project meanings onto clothing, often in ways that tell us more about our own anxieties than about the garment or the wearer. In other words, the outrage isn't really about North at all. It's about us. This isn't an isolated incident. It's part of a much larger pattern. Every few months, North does something that pushes boundaries, and every time, the internet explodes with opinions. The corset in Italy, the nose ring chain in Paris, the blue hair that's become her signature. Each moment becomes a referendum on modern parenting, celebrity culture, and childhood itself. But here's what's interesting. North keeps doing it anyway. She's not backing down. She's not apologizing, and according to her mom, she's not bothered by the criticism. Kim revealed that North understands the difference between people worth listening to and people who are just noise. At 12 years old, she's already developed a sense of self that many adults never achieve. She's exploring fashion, experimenting with her identity, and doing it all while the world watches. And the fact that she's doing this with temporary, harmless accessories makes the outrage even more revealing. These aren't permanent decisions. They're not dangerous. They're a kid playing dress-up on a slightly more public stage. So here's the real question that no one seems to be asking. Why do we care so much? Why does a 12-year-old wearing fake tattoos and temporary piercings spark hundreds of think pieces and thousands of angry comments? Is it genuine concern for her well-being, or is it something else? Are we uncomfortable with children expressing themselves in ways that challenge traditional norms? Are we projecting our own fears about growing up, losing control, or watching childhood disappear too quickly? Or is there a deeper discomfort with seeing a young black girl confidently owning her style in a world that constantly tries to police how black girls should look and behave? The controversy around Northwest isn't really about her choices. It's about our reactions to them. It's about the meanings we assign to clothing, the judgments we make about parents we've never met, and the way we treat celebrity children as public property instead of real human beings trying to figure out who they are. Northwest is still out here living her truth, fake tattoos and all. She's still posting on TikTok, still rocking blue hair, and still completely unbothered by what strangers think. Meanwhile, the rest of us are left wondering why a kid experimenting with temporary fashion choices has become one of the most debated topics on the internet. Maybe the real scandal isn't what North is wearing. It's what our reaction to it says about us. What do you think? Is Kim right to let North express herself, or are the critics onto something? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more celebrity news that goes deeper than the headlines.